In this screencast, I'm going to add an item to grBase.com. It's just going to be, we're going to create an account and we're going to add a plant. So let's just say you were looking at plants.grBase.com and you're looking at these things like this, and then you look at this one, and then you get motivated to say, I want to put my plant out there. So this is what you would do if you wish to do that. If you just, there's an add button up here on top of this table. So we're going to hit add. Now since you don't have an account, we're going to click this box that says I wish to create a new account. We're just going to put a dummy email address in here. We'll just call it dummy at dummy.com. Password will be dummy, and the next word confirm, DUMMY, and say create account now. So it created an account and it brought up the edit or add item window. Now the way the edit works is you have windows that let you enter the information. You have the main fields and you have a description. You'll also have a way to add images and some extra location information that we'll look at. So what we're going to do is just start entering this information. A contact email will be dummy at dummy.com. The organization, let's just pick an organization. We can do the same way when you view or search. You can click this box and it'll come up with the previously entered values. So we can click it. We don't even have to type it in. We can click it. Type a plant. We'll just say cacti. The common name is Fred. The type of foliage is probably spines. Sun requirements, I'm sure it's got full. A cactus needs full sun. Bloom time is maybe in the summer. And bloom color, I've seen lots of cactuses bloom red. Of course, you really know what your plant is, but I'm kind of just making this up. The growing zone, let's do it the other way because it's easier. It's tropical. The propagate method is seeds. I know you can grow cactus from seeds. The pH requirements, let's say, is 7. You can, and when you enter an item, you don't have to enter everything. So we'll just stop entering. You just enter as much as you want to show. So now we can actually preview as anytime we want. So we can preview this item. Well, this is what we have so far. It's the organization, type of plant, etc. But we're going to go back, return, and continue to edit because we're not finished editing. We want to put a description in here. So we're going to say, this is a very good cactus. I would recommend it to anyone. This is sort of like a book report. So now we have a description, and you can put HTML in your description. So if I wanted to emphasize good, then I can highlight it and I can make the font for that particular word much bigger. So you do have HTML, but that's another story. Now you also have location information. So there's these values across the top that you can check boxes, and you can either show or hide these boxes with that. So if I want to enter some location information, I click that box and it brings up the location window, and you can resize the windows, you can move them around. It lets you work the way you want to work. So for the country, we're going to enter USA. For the state, well, actually the state, we'll put Texas, but we're just going to change it back because it was New Mexico. The city, Tatum. And then the address one we're not going to bother with because we don't have to enter it all. Now we can close this and get it out of our way by just clicking on the checkbox again. So we have our main fields, the location information has been entered, and description's been entered. So we want to add some images because I really like to put images with my stuff. So here's an image manager screen. This left box is the images that pertain to the particular record we're editing, and this will be a list. The middle box will be a list of all your images, and The right box is just a preview of the image. Now, we want to upload an image to the server, and we will host your images. So we click upload to the server, and we go to local drive, and we're going to pick up image. Let's see, we can make this window bigger. This is an operating system window, but I'm going to pick rainbow.jpg because this was a image that we took out there. And then I'm going to upload another image to the server. This is a vegetable garden that we had out in Tatum. Then I'm going to upload another image to the server, which will be our okra plant. And I'm going to upload another image, which is our yard. And I'm going to upload another image, which is our watermelon, big watermelon. And finally, I'm going to upload another image, which is wildflowers that we had in our yard. So now, this middle one is all of the GR hosts. These are actually on our server now. But I'm going to move this wildflowers because I want it to show up in this record when people view it. Even though it really doesn't have to have anything to do with my cactus, because I don't really have a cactus, because this is just a demo. But I'm going to put all these pictures. I want them to show up in my record. So in reality, you would have maybe 5 or 6 pictures or 2 pictures of your particular plant. Okay, so now we have all these images, and these are the images that will show up when someone views your record. So we're going to close this because we don't have to save anything. And when we preview and save our record, again, we preview it. And now here are the images that we put up, and here's the description. Here's the first things up here are what you entered in the boxes. Then here's your pre-form description, and now here's your images. So everything's working right. Okay, now since everything's working right, we're going to save this to the database. So we save it, and now this screen shows that the record was added successfully. And we close it. And now you'll notice, we are live. This is plants.grBase.com, and the plant that you just entered is 11. It's item ID 11. So now anybody that goes to plants.grBase.com can see this record. So if I go to look at it and I double click on that, here's the record that I just entered. And it's that easy to get your record entered. So here was just a few minutes, we got a complete record entered for grFind. grBase. If you put an email address in, then contact poster, then this will be the user that's looking at the record. He can put their email address in and put a message and then send it. So and then you can send this URL to this item, which is a different story too. But editing a record is that simple. So there it is. There's now another record online. That's kind of a dummy record, but there it is. So that's the end of this. Be sure to see some of our other screencasts that talk about the table, talk about the search criteria box, talk about the overview, and talk about how to edit with the HTML editor. So until later, happy searching. Thank you and bye.